Hello, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Today, historic best of three, Mono Red Aggro again, I know. But for good reason, we have some awesome new cards that I'm going to be trying out in this deck. Before I get into it and talk a little bit about it, of course, I want to talk about the YouTube channel. I want to say hello to all the new subscribers. Welcome. Almost at 200. It's going to be pretty neat when I hit that. And more importantly, been having some great conversations in the comments recently. Thank you to everybody who is commenting over on those videos. One comment I do want to point out from my Merfolk video just so happened to have a situation like this happen: four unclaimed territories in the top 8 cards. Well, what are the chances of that happening? Thankfully, Topin comes to the rescue and explains that it is a 0.0143% chance of happening. How lucky am I? It's a great comment, breaks down the math. I'm going to believe that it's right. I have no idea. I teach English. But most importantly, Topin raises a very good point. It doesn't matter how many unclaimed territories you have in your hand, there is a 100% chance that your opponent is going to Thoughtseize you on turn 1. Love that little comment. All right, let's take a look at today's deck. Mono Red Aggro. There's some cool things going on in here. New spell that we are playing, Unholy Heat, 1 CMC instant, deals 2 damage to any creature or planeswalker, and if we manage to get Delirium, it deals 6. So pretty sweet for taking out Teferis or other troublesome planeswalkers, mostly Teferis, or maybe we get into a couple of big creatures that we have to remove. Maybe Unholy Heat's going to come in and save the day. I'm really interested to see how well this card pans out in this deck. Most importantly, though, we are playing 3 new creatures in the deck. We are starting off with the Dragon's Rage Channeler, a 1/1 for 1 that becomes a 3/3 with flying and has to attack when we hit Delirium, and whenever we cast a non-creature spell, it'll surveil 1. This card's awesome. It's going to be filling up our graveyard, putting lots of sweet toys in our graveyard. We do have other graveyard synergies, such as the Ox of Agonis and the other new card from the latest set, Seasoned Pyromancer, a 2/2 for 3. When it enters the battlefield, we can discard 2 cards, or we have to discard 2 cards. Then we draw 2 cards, and we create a 1/1 elemental creature token for every non-land card discarded this way. But it also has another ability: pay 5, exile the Seasoned Pyromancer, and create 2 1/1 red elemental creature tokens. So pretty sweet, tons of value, really good at creating blockers, really good at going wide if we need to get around some big things. And then the other new card also happens to be a graveyard focus card, the Managorger Phoenix. For red, we get a 2/2 with flying that can't block. Now, this is the card that I really want to try out, and the reason behind playing this deck. It has a sweet ability that I'm really looking forward to using. It says, whenever you cast a spell, if Managorger Phoenix is in your graveyard, put a flame counter on Managorger Phoenix for each red mana in that spell's mana cost. If Managorger Phoenix has 5 or more counters on it, return to the battlefield and it perpetually gets +1/+1. So I think most of the time we're going to be playing this out as a 2/2. A lot of the time it might come back as a 3/3. I actually haven't seen it get up bigger than that while testing out the deck, but it's a card that's going to be super annoying for the opponents to deal with. If they wrath our board, well, the Managorgers can go to the graveyard, and well, maybe they'll be coming out of it, flying into the sky in a burning ball of fire once again in just a few turns. Do have to keep an eye out for cards like Anger of the Gods, however, because it will exile our poor Managorger Phoenixes along with the other cards that we want in our graveyards. So this is the deck. Sideboard, pretty standard. I changed a couple of things from the original deck that I found. I added Abrades because I thought Abrade is an important card to have in the deck, but we're playing favorites of mine like Roiling Vortex, Chandra, and of course Hazoret. Really good to bring in against like Jeskai Control. Jump into some games and see how they go and try to get into Diamond. See you over there. All right, here we go. I have a lot of hope for this deck. I like the way it looks. That being said, there are a lot of sweet mono red decks flying around in Historic right now, and I think a lot of them have quite a bit of potential. I'm really curious to see the more madness-oriented builds playing Fiery Temper, and possibly Hollowed One, and the Root Walla. Those decks look super sweet too. Definitely going to be trying them out eventually, and seeing what really feels good and bringing them into some ranked. Looks like the game is having a little bit of trouble. Our pets are not exactly active. Okay. So let's lead on the Den of the Bugbear and Probably, you know what? I think I'm gonna go with Bomac Courier. I think this hand looks like one that I'm gonna eventually need to refill very soon. Let's hope we get some extra value out of this Unholy Heat. Probably will, based on that card. Okay, another card under the Bomat, and I think Managorger Phoenix Time. How cool is this card? Probably a good thing that it can't block. A little bit disappointed in that though. But overall, it's been sweet, especially if the opponents don't have any way of dealing with their graveyard. All right. This is definitely going to be Shamans. So I guess I don't know. Do I just smoke both of these with Unholy Heat and the Bone Crusher Giant and swing in? Or do I just take out one of them and put out the Dragon Rage Channeler? I think I like a cleaner field. I want to get more cards under my Bomac Courier. So I'm going to do that. Plus, I don't exactly want them pumping up their Shaman. Rage Forger is pretty hard to deal with. Shaman is a very cool deck. I tried playing it a little bit, but I personally can't quite seem to make it tick. I don't know why, but a bit of an issue. Oh, that's cool. Okay, well, I guess it's refuel time. Oh, yeah, that's okay. So we'll stomp the old Elvish Visionary. Do I want a land? You know what? I think I probably do. Okay. So we'll attack in. They can block with the Arsonist. And we'll sack the old Bomac Courier, refill. Get 4 into hand. Have a Phoenix still attacking. Not bad. Okay. Bone Crushers are coming. Light Up Stage is going to be pretty good with Dragon Rage Channeler and the Phoenix, because I can definitely get in and activate the Spectacle cost. Definitely, probably. I don't think the Elementals deck plays a whole lot of air defense. Currently have 3 cards in there. Bomac Courier counts as an artifact and a creature, and then the instant. So if we can get Light Up the Stage in the bin, that'll become a 3/3. Okay. It's the old Rage Forger. Being aggressive. Sure. So we take 3. I'm okay with that. Okay, I think what I'm doing is Light Up the Stage Bone Crusher. I probably shouldn't have put that land out. It's probably going to be okay. Yeah, it's fine. Now I think I'm going to change my mind a little bit. I'm going to put out my other Rage Channeler, kill the Rage Forger. I don't want that. I don't think I really want a Faithless Looting either. Okay. So, got a pretty good clock. I mean, lethal next turn with the Bone Crusher Giant or the Ramen Up Ruins, so they're going to need to do something about these flyers. Maybe kill us. I don't think that's really going to be possible. Oh, that's a good way of dealing with the flyers. Sure. We'll see what they do with this Arsonist. If they attack with the Arsonist, we can actually win with the Den of the Bugbear. Okay, so they forgot that the Den was there, and pretty good benefit for us. All right, pretty convincing first performance there. What do I want against Shaman? Well, I guess some magma sprays are probably not going to be the worst thing to be bringing in. All right, I think I'm just going to bring in the magma sprays, take out maybe the ox, and go. Weekend was busy. I know. I say it so often in all my videos. I don't have enough time to do anything. Blah blah blah. Truthfully, I'm a pretty busy guy. What can I say? So I don't have a whole lot of time to actually sit down and play too much. It's so risky. What would what would Girl Smash say right now? I think Girl Smash would say, keep this hand and believe in the light up the stage. This might be just so idiotic because what are the chances of actually getting in with this Soul Scar Mage next turn? I really need to get in. Oh yeah, maybe if I were on the play, or yeah, on the play, this might have been a keepable hand, but I may have just. Oh, I mean, okay, okay. Oh, thank you, opponent. Okay, so we get a gift. We get our light up the stage. We find 2 lands. All right. Next turn, we can probably blast whatever they put out a Bomat Courier, and go in. But yes, I haven't practiced the deck as much as I probably wish I could have. So sideboarding is still a little sketch, that's for sure. Ooh, there's a board. Oh boy. Okay, well, everything is instant speed, so I think... Yeah, let's attack in and see what they do. We'll get rid of the Goblin here and Narcomancer, just to pump up the Soulscar Mages a little bit, gets that off the field so I don't have to deal with it later. And then I guess it's going to be another light up the stage. It feels bad to have to do it that way, but I think this deck mostly does it that way. Oh, I really needed a 3rd land. Wow. How deep am I? 14 cards deep with 2 lands. It's my bad. I did keep a 1-lander. I'm not gonna not gonna complain. Alright, okay. See what they do. If they give us the Llanowar Elf for free, I guess I gotta do this now. But what do I hit? It's gotta be the Burning Tree, right? Okay, let me see what's in the graveyard. Instant and sorcery. So we'll put that in the graveyard. And we'll put that in the graveyard. I know it's stupid to put it in the graveyard, but I want 3 3s. Okay. So we got a nice board. Hoping to find like Bone Crushers or more Unholy Heats would be great. You know what? I'm kind of glad. I'm relieved that they just threw in the towel there, because I'm not convinced the game would have gone better for me if I had continued. So we're gonna take that free win, not free win. We're gonna take that win and go on to the next one. All right, just played one, didn't record. Got dunked on by Mono Black Vampires. Turns out Go Blank, pretty good sideboard card against a heavily graveyard focused Mono Red deck. It did not feel great. It was not even really that close. Either game 1 or game 2 just kind of got smoked. So I guess I'm assuming, I don't know about Thoughtseize. I was gonna say Orzhov auras is, usually what you guess when you see Concealed Courtyard and Luris, but with the Thoughtseize, maybe. I was kind of hoping to be able to hold on to both of these Unholy Heats. Ooh, well, the opponent is abiding. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna put out the Soulscar Mage and carry on. Maybe these unholy heats are not a problem for the opponent, so maybe we're not seeing an aura carrier. If you're wondering about the new pet from the upcoming set bundles, a little bit lackluster. Yeah. So it is an auras deck, but yeah, surprising. I don't know. So we're not getting our surveilling anymore. That kind of sucks. I think I'm just attacking for one, putting out the mountain, holding up the unholy heat. Yeah. Just keep it nice and slow. I'd love a target here. Wow. Interesting. All right. Gotta wait for the lures to come. Yep. It feels like they have something here. So I'm going to try the Unholy Heat because I honestly didn't think that was going to happen. I thought for sure they had a way of protecting it with that 1 mana. Huh. Interesting. I was thinking about throwing off the Bone Crusher here just to get a little bit more damage with the Soulscar Mage, but you know what? I think staying the course, holding up the Unholy Heat and the Bone Crusher is going to make it very hard for the opponent to do something. Alright. Kind of sucks. I could fling off the Bone Crusher face, but I have to keep one of these. There's no way that I can allow them to... Wow. Surprised by that. Sure. Am I doing it now or am I doing it on their turn? I think I'm doing it on their turn, right? Yeah. Or, sorry, I'm not doing it on their turn. I'm going to wait for my turn, is what I meant to say. Because then I can do this. It drops off. I get to stomp, pump up the Soulscar Mage, and surveil. And light up the stage is pretty good. I don't have a sorcery in the graveyard yet. Yeah, we'll just leave it there. Okay, this Hateful Eidolon, though, might be a big problem if they are able to put, like, an All That Glitters and something else on it. Angelic Gift, sure. Yeah, All That Glitters right now would be the scariest, probably. Because I just don't think I'm going to be able to get rid of it. Okay, gotta find an Unholy Heat. Do I think I light up the stage beforehand. Maybe not. Tricky. It's a big problem. Okay. Not what I wanted. Yeah. If they're able to put one or even just one more enchantment on there, it's over now. Being out, I needed to find the Unholy Heat and give it Delirium. There, it was, yeah. Things were not looking great. It's a good chance I'm dead next turn. So what do I have for damage? 2, 6, 8, 9, 10, 13 is not enough. Kind of wish I kept that mountain now. I can block, okay. Sorry, opponent, taking my time with some of this stuff. The Ox in the bin is not going to help me. Unholy Heat, a little bit too late. Okay, hit them down to 1. I wonder if I missed 1 point of damage there somewhere. Did I? What? What happened there? Okay. Yeah, strange days. I like Magma against them. I think Roiling Vortex might not be a bad idea to turn off some of that life gain, because that is going to be crippling if they are able to get that. But maybe it might just be better to keep them off of creatures completely. I don't think the Ox is going to be very beneficial in this matchup. You know what? I'll bring in 2 Abrades, I think. Maybe drop 1 Faithless Looting and 1 Pyromancer. And try something like that. Yeah. Not a matchup I'm prepared for, that's for sure. But, yeah, got lucky there. Also got a little bit distracted in the middle of that one. I got a phone call. I just reached over, and I'll get to it in a minute. But it's a little unexpected. Hopefully this Bone Crusher Giant goes the distance. If they have 1 Thoughtseize, it could be a problem. I think the opponent not taking my removal spells and taking the Seasoned Pyromancer pretty early on was kind of really weird, and maybe where their things messed up. I'm going to cast the Faithless Looting. Let's get rid of 1 land and the other looting. Yeah. I'm really not feeling looting in this deck for some reason. I think I would be at fault to put out the Bomat Courier here. I think it's better just to leave up the Bone Crusher Giant. Wow, they're stuck at 2 mana. So, Bomat Courier out, attack in, hold up the Bone Crusher Giant for any dork that they put out that I can nab. I wonder if they're just going to go Lurrus again. Heliod's Punishment, sure. This Bomat Courier will be back. He'll come for you one day. Yeah, I can't. I gotta keep this up constantly. At least for the next little while. That being said, maybe it's time to just go Seasoned Pyromancer now. Get rid of the other Seasoned Pyromancer and I'll light up the stage. Ooh, Unholy Heat's fantastic. Actually, both those draws were great. Yeah, I guess the opponent kind of knew that they were going to have trouble keeping creatures on the field. One of the big powers of playing red, I suppose. So, sweet. Next one. More Mono Red Aggro. Cool. Get to play first. The best part. Oh, all the creatures, none of the spells. But I think it's okay to keep this. It's a little sketch, but I believe in it. Mono Red, if you are getting tired of that, I would love some deck suggestions down at the bottom. A friend of mine recommended playing Elementals, so I think that'll be a deck that I take a look at some point this week. I don't know if I'll get it out this week or if it'll be next week, but Elementals definitely seem cool. Okay. So we're against Jeskai Control. Am I gonna get hit by an Anger of the Gods? Sure feels like that. But I sure would like to cycle a couple of these cards. You know what? I'm gonna hold off. I don't know. I don't know if that's right, but they put Narsa in the bin. Interesting. Oh, okay, I was wrong. I was wrong. They're maybe digging for the third land, or who knows? Well, they got it. They have double red now as well. With the Ox, I think... Yeah, I'll do it this time. Put the Ox in and... Dragon Rage or the Soul? Soul Scar. Okay. A couple of good cards. Really wish that were a land, because that would have made this turn pretty sweet. But next turn I might just go straight up, light up the stage, tack in for a bunch, if the board survives. Maybe I was supposed to put out the Seismic Pyromancer last turn. Huh. Feels like a counterspell to me, so I think I'm attacking, getting the Spectacle trigger instead of firing off the light of the stage ahead of time. Could also be a Lightning Helix. Oh. Is that so? Okay. I'm really, really worried about an Anger of the Gods. It's the card that really blows me out, but it's probably okay. Yeah. Let's do it. All right. Not seeing enough Archmage's Charms being played in this format. It's really cool. Love that it can steal one CMC permanence. My poor, poor Soulscar Mage. Okay, they have the Wrath, but that's maybe not too bad because we can start playing out other stuff and maybe get these Phoenixes back on the field. Unfortunately, they don't come back with haste. I guess that would be a little bit too crazy, right? Okay. So our Phoenixes have 3 counters on them. They need 5 to come out. So we can probably activate it either with the Agonis or playing out some number of permanents. I'm sure it's okay. They did flip the Azcanta though, so I could be... Oof. Interesting. Gonna swing in. Hopefully this is a Shark Typhoon. It is a Shark Typhoon. Not too worried about that. They can eat something. It's okay. What am I missing from the graveyard? I have creatures, sorcery. I don't have an instant. So if I play out one Unholy Heat, I'll get the other one. I can save that. But it's not worth it to do that, right? I think it's probably best to use the Seasoned Pyromancer. Just put 2 tokens out on the field. That seems like a desperation play to me. Gotten real lucky with the opponent not finding any lightning helixes. They have 3 mana open. They can use Archmage's Charm to steal my Bo3 Courier. Don't particularly like that. I think it's okay still. Okay. So I gotta assume that's what they're doing, right? They have an artifact, enchantment, sorcerer. They have 4 right there. So it's going to be a 3/3. It can block. Weird position. Am I just... Yeah, I think I know my plan. Attack in. I'm going to get 2 points of damage in. And then Bone Crusher... Ramen Up Runes. Yeah. I think I'm going to Bone Crusher now. Because I need this to be hitting. And then if they have a Lightning Helix, they decide to try to Lightning Helix like one of my creatures, I can Unholy Heat that and try to stop the life gain. Okay. So I'm not sure. Something felt sloppy there, but still get the win. I maybe a little bit lucky with their draw. So I like, of course, these 6 cards coming in: Hazret, Chandra, and Roiling Vortex against this opponent. I feel like Unholy Heat doesn't line up super well, so I'm going to take out a couple of them. Seasoned Pyromancer also, I think, feels a little lukewarm. Maybe shave just some of these 1-drops. Try to slow down the game plan just a little bit. I don't know. I don't know how to sideboard. Why? Listen, why every time I record a video, why do I run into Jeskai control? It just makes things so complicated for me. I'm not smart enough to figure out how to beat Jeskai control consistently. That being said, I think I do pretty well against Jeskai controls for some reason. I definitely deck choices makes it a little bit easier. Oof. I'm gonna keep it. I like Den of the Bugbear against them quite a bit. Although I didn't turn on last turn. And we are playing 4 of them in the deck. I don't know what I was doing with my fingers, but we have 4. If I get a chance to Bone Crusher their face, I'll Bone Crusher their face. Yeah. And then just get an old stompy face on the board is going to be pretty good next turn. I don't think they'll be able to stop that from happening. Okay, go Mr. Crusher. What a card. Bo3 Courier, eh? Alright. So we'll attack in. Maybe they have a Shark on 2. Doesn't seem like it. Lightning Helix. Boom, boom. Okay. Sure. So let's go Seasoned Pyromancer. Am I pitching? Yeah, we'll keep it. I'm wondering if I'm going to be throwing the Ox of Agonis out, or am I going to be just playing it? This is a card I think is really cool. I don't know how to play it well. I will admit. I should have definitely put out the Ramen Runes there. It's a very good card in this matchup, and I would have rather discarded a Mountain than a Ramen Runes. That was definitely a mistake. Yeah, let's get the Managorger Phoenix on the field. Cool. So even if they board wipe, should be able to get that out of the graveyard. Okay. Annoying. Found out today, I was watching a stream, and the one player had an Authority of the Consuls on the field. The other player cycled a Shark Typhoon for 0. And I never realized it before, but I guess if you cycle a Shark Typhoon for 0, you're still technically putting a 0/0 onto the field. And that's what happened. And it caused the Authority of the Consuls to give a life to the one player. Thought that was neat. That sucks. Portable Hole versus the Managorger Phoenix is kind of like the perfect card. I didn't bring in Artifact Hate. Maybe I should have. So I don't know. I don't know. Is it just... Yeah, maybe it's just put out Channeler. Oxyvogonus. Try it. Yeah. Okay, so get a couple new cards into hand. Azarat, that's what I'd like to see. And our Dragon Rage Channeler is now online thanks to the Bomat Career. Draw a couple cards, sure. Feels like... I was going to say it feels like a Wrath of God soon. Maybe not. They're going to untap 2 lands. I wonder if that means they have a way of stopping my Hazoret. I really want to get the Hazoret going. Maybe... Am I going to send everything at Teferi? They can get an easy block there, but that's okay. I can bring it back. Might be a good thing for me later on. I think I really need to get this off the field. And if they use the mana to do something, then maybe I can get a free opening to put out the Hazoret. Okay. Yep. So Tefi is sticking around, but I think it's worth it to put this out now. And you know what? I think I'm going to put out the Managorger as well. Again, if they Wrath the board, Hazoret sticks around, Managorger can maybe come back from the bin. That being said, also, I keep saying that, Teferi, pretty good against Hazoret. Yeah. Okay, get some cards onto the field. They come in tapped thanks to the Authority, but need to empty the hand because of old Hazoret. And I guess they're at 24. I gotta take care of this Teferi now. They're giving it to me.
I'll have a better plan next time.
Why not? I really like Light Up the Stage plus the Dragon Rage Channeler Surveil. It's really nice. Yeah, well, it's staying on top. Okie doke. Second Teferi, not so surprising. Teferi's always come in 7s, right? They have 1 Teferi, they have 6 more. Ugh, go away, Teferi. They have a lot of mana open, which... Is that a giant Shark Typhoon? Maybe. Only 3 cards left in hand. Aether Gust would be pretty annoying. Charm, huh? Okay. Well, that'll go to face. That'll go there. I think they definitely have to block the Hazoret. And we get to do a cheap light up the stage. Whew. Angry. I guess now I don't really want to use the Ox of Agonis just yet because it does take 8 cards and I only have 9 in there. I don't really want to get rid of my Managorger Phoenix, so maybe it's Seasoned Pyromancer ability, make 2 babies. Maybe.
Let's skip to the good part.
Now this Teferi being at 6 is going to be annoying. Especially if they find just one card that can interrupt Hazoret coming in this turn. Pretty intense game. Oh, my opponent actually has more time on me too. They chalked that in. So they have a Shark Typhoon. 100%. Oh, yeah. Must be the case. Tapping everything on tap. Shark Typhoon. For maximum, a 10-10. They're going with the 2-turn clock. I like it. Opponent's got style. That's not really good enough. Authority is actually pretty good against our deck with the amount of creatures we have. Am I just crashing in? Yeah. They'll put the 10-10 in front of the Hazoret. 3 damage on Teferi. But if they decide to do the -3, now it'll get rid of Teferi at the very least. Oof. Oh, game. Game killing me here. Alright. Flashback to Faceless Looting. We get the Phoenix back. And, oh. That Chandra would have been real nice. Yeah, I don't see this happening. Yeah. Good on the opponent making a 10-10. It's pretty awesome. Portable Hole on the Gorger again. My poor Gorger's just getting munched on by holes. Sure. So can I find 24 damage in 1 turn? Okay. Those are great cards. Boiling Vortex would have been real good, I don't know, 15 turns ago. Alright. I would be remiss to not see what this Ox of Agonis turns up. I'll play the one out of the hand. They might have it looks like another memory lapse. Oh, they don't. Oh, you know, it doesn't matter. I was thinking I could get Dragon Rage Channeler to block, but the authority of the consoles makes sure that that is not happening. Alright. That sucked. Is it worth bringing in the Abrades for this or for a couple of annoying cards at the start? Maybe? It's really annoying when they take my Gorgers. Unholy Heat. It's only good against Teferi. I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to be leaving that in or not. Alright. I may have shaved away a little bit too much of my actual game plan. Maybe. Especially being on the play. Maybe I need to be more aggressive, but we'll see. Ooh.
Sure. This doesn't really feel like a good opening hand. Maybe I shouldn't have kept it. Already having regrets. Kind of hoping the Surveil next turn is going to help me out a lot. Okay. Well, it is definitely possible to set off the Delirium now. Especially if I put that in the graveyard, and I think I'm doing that. Oh, yeah, we'll keep that. Put that, and I think it's both of those. Attack for 3. That's not bad. So if they have a Lightning Helix, that sucks. They don't have mana for Lightning Helix, though. What's with opponents just scooping super early? And hitting diamond is good. I wanted to get over that hump and just get into diamond. Wow. Next one, last one. All right, last game. Here we go. Cool. It's a hand I like. After playing the deck a little bit more today, I'm starting to think that I want to go a little bit more into the madness sub-theme and really take advantage of these faithless lootings, because right now they feel just a little bit clunky. Ooh, opponent goes down to 3. I'm so sorry. But maybe this is Tibalt's trickery. I think that's what we're facing off against, so let's go as fast as we can. Those are okay cards. Really need to peel another land off the top. We get both of them out. If we don't find that, then it's just going to be Managorger. Bye-bye. DRC. World Tree, huh? Not having a whole lot of luck with these cards. I think I'm going to Faithless Looting. I need to find a land. Hey, guess what we found? A couple of lands. Yeah, let's do that. You know what? Let's push maximum damage. I was thinking about holding off. I want another tick on my young Soulscar Mage. Just do as much to the face as I possibly can. Oh, no. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have done that. I needed to keep the Bone Crusher. Yeah. Maybe it didn't matter. So they get to wipe our board, make a 4/4. Mulliganing down to 3 and having that's pretty wild, right? Pretty wild. They got to do 1, 2, 1. They have to leave the Soulscar Mage alone. Wow. I'm surprised by that. Yeah, if I'm them, I'm 100% putting the damage on the Managorger. That being said, because Thrones of Chaos is kind of busted, they can retrace it this turn and hit another Tibalt's Trickery. So the chances of me getting out of this is pretty bad. That's weird. Okay. For reals? For reals. Oh, okay. Well, that's definitely coming in. That's all I have. Pillar of Flame. also. I don't think the Ox is going to do anything. I'm going to lose before then, and we'll take out one season Pyromancer. Yeah. I don't know. What's your opinion on the Tibalt's Trickery deck? I don't know how I feel. I think it's bad. I think I feel bad about it. I've played it once, and actually the game that I did play, I was at work and I was just kind of on my phone messing around. I didn't want to start anything too complicated. Like, why not play a Tibalt's Trickery deck for free wins? Actually turned into a pretty fun game against Mono Red Burn. The opponent took me down really low very quickly, and I actually had to like fight back. I used the Tibalt's Trickery as intended to counter one of their spells. It was weird days. Weird days. So Roiling Vortex, pretty fun. Whenever a player casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast that spell, Roiling Vortex deals 5 damage to that player. I believe Cascade means take 5 damage. Oh, they Tibalt's Trickery to me. Alright. I'll take a 3/3. Sure. They know how powerful Roiling Vortex actually is against them. Oh, ah, breaking my heart. Don't have another Tibalt's Trickery. Okay. Now the question is whether or not I go out with the Dragon Rage Channeler or if I light up the stage. I think I'm going to light up the stage. Bomac Courier's really good. I'm going to keep it. Okay, that's fine. So, I can actually I can put this up to 3 next turn. But they can throws this time. If they hit like an Ulamog, they hit the Roiling Vortex to go down to 9. It doesn't really matter. I don't know. Tell me your opinions. Tibalt's Trickery players. Name skills. Food for thought. This ends up being more damage ever so slightly. Now they're getting into that danger zone where the Roiling Vortex is actually going to kill them. Ooh. I think that... Well, that sucks. Yeah. I should just kill Chandra, right? Okay. So if I hit a Den of the Bugbear, or not a Den of the Bugbear, a land, so I can turn on my Den of the Bugbear, that would be really good. Do I keep the light up the stage on top? No, I'm going to dig for a land. I think land's the best. Okay. Because I want to get them to 5. That's cute. All right, so they got to play it honestly. They have 4 turns to murder me without using throws. Yeah! Oh, I love Roiling Vortex so much. Wrap up. All right, so this kind of version of Mono Red Aggro, it feels pretty good. The upgrades that we got from Modern Horizons are all fairly significant. Dragon Rage Channeler, probably the all-star though. It doesn't seem like it's doing too much, but its Surveil is so clutch. In that last game, being able to make sure I find that land was so awesome. Turning into a 3/3, flying, yeah. It's strong, and I think it needs to be incorporated probably into more of my mono red burn decks. Now, hitting Delirium is not always the easiest thing to do. However, we do have Ramanop runes, a great way of putting a rune into the graveyard. Den of the Bugbear, also a card that sometimes dies. We have Faithless Looting to be able to put lands in the graveyard, and then most importantly, Bomat Courier counting as an artifact and a creature can really help. I've also heard that some people have played Treasure the Land, the Treasure Land. What is that called? This thing, Treasure Vault. It's an artifact land that can sacrifice itself. If you sacrifice it, you can get your Delirium pretty quickly. Might be something to explore. I have seen decks using it, so maybe some there. Unholy Heat, you know what? It was a little lukewarm to me. I don't know if I want it in the sideboard rather than the main board. I need a little bit more time with it. Managorger Phoenix, awesome. Just such a cool little thing, because even if the opponent deals with it, by destroying it, it's just sitting in the graveyard. We didn't really get a chance to bring back the Managorger Phoenix too often, but it definitely makes the opponent wonder about the graveyard and worry about it, and maybe bring in cards that are going to interrupt our graveyard. It's pretty cool when we're going pretty aggressive on the ground as well. And then Seeds of Pyromancer, I think it's just a great value engine. My only issue with this current build of the deck is maybe it is a little bit too heavy on the graveyard, because we also are playing the Ox main board and then Faithless Looting. That's a lot of graveyard cards that once an opponent plays a Rest in Peace, something along those lines, the one discard 2 cards, exile opponent's graveyard, which I mentioned in the first game. I can't remember what it's called now. It's a black card. You know, you get hit by something like that and it can really mess up your overall game plan. So I'm wondering if I don't want to go too much into the graveyard. However, maybe incorporate some of these all-star cards into a mono red aggro deck to some degree. I also want to mess around with Madness, because I think there could be something there with some of the new Madness cards that we got. Specifically these two, Blazing Rootwalla and Fiery Temper. Yeah, great cards. More mono red probably coming up in the near future, I'm assuming. Anyways, if you made it to this point of the video, thank you very much. Take care for now. Enjoy your Monday, and have a good week. See you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.